The following ad is being condensed for your viewing convenience.
I just switched to Geico, saved a whole bunch.
Car insurance, huh?
Yeah, saving money? Super easy.
Oh man, who doesn't like saving money? Am I right?
I'm not cleaning that up.
The following ad is being condensed for your viewing convenience.
I just switched to Geico.
Alright, let's set this up again here. There we go. Pretty quick and easy there. Alright, well, welcome back to a day-night double header here as we've got another live stream back-to-back here. So I like to switch, I like to break up my live streams instead of have just one big long one, because this way I can post the uploads in different categories on my YouTube channel. So that obviously is what we're interested in doing. All right, well, let's see if I can show you guys what's going on here with our Major League Baseball 2015 tournament here. Don't need you, go away. So last episode we saw the Houston Astros come from behind and defeat the San Diego Padres. The 10 seed took out the 23 seed, and now Houston will take on Colorado Rockies, which are the 26th seed. So Houston moves on to face Colorado. In the North bracket, we're back up in the North bracket. We're actually going to start the bottom half of it. In this episode, we're going to have the number 4 Kansas City Royals with the 486 winning percentage. They're going to take on the Cincinnati Reds with the 395 winning percentage. 395. So 29th seed against the 4 seed. So can Kansas City survive and move on? We've had several major upsets so far in this tournament. Hopefully you guys have had a chance to look at some of the other games. We've had some exciting close finishes. We've had some unbelievable finishes. The Yankees-Marlins game was absolutely unbelievable how that game ended. I'm not going to spoil it for those of you who haven't seen it yet. I would definitely highly recommend you watch that game. So there's our tournament breakdown so far, just like March Madness here. Just like March Madness. Got some upsets going on. Knocking everyone's bracket for a loop. Well, anyways, today we are going to be getting into... Yes, I'm sure we want to load. That's why I asked you to load. Cincinnati at Kansas City. Cincinnati at Kansas City here. Let's see if I can slide this over for you guys. There we go. So we're going to be in Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri. -3 to strikeouts, -1 to walks, nothing for home runs. Starting today for your Kansas City Royals will be Edison Velquez. Edison Velquez, he had a 13-9 record, a 3.55 ERA, 200 innings pitched, 190 hits, 155 strikeouts, 71 walks. He'll be facing off today against Billy Hamilton, Marlon Byrd, Todd Frazier, Jay Bruce, Brandon Phillips, Brendan Pena, Zach Kozart, Skip Schumacher, and Johnny Cueto. And for Kansas City today, it'll be Escobar, Moustakas, Kane, Hosmer, Morales, Gordon, Reyes, Perez, and Infante. Quite a potent lineup there. All right, let's look at Kansas City's defense. Gordon left, above average. Kane in center, above average. Rios in right, average. Moustakas, average. Escobar's above average. Infante's average. Hosmer's average. Velquez on the mound, way below average. And Perez behind the plate's average. So out of 27 to be average, they have 11, 18, 21, 5, 6, 7, 28. 28 out of 29. So they're one below average. Error ratings, pretty decent. Pitcher gives up a few. Perez is excellent behind the plate, only giving up 4 errors. Moustakas might be their weakest link down there at third with errors. Kane, he can give up a few errors, not many. Infante and Escobar, same thing. You like to keep these under 5. 5, I think, is about average. So, when an error check comes up, 20% of the time, a 5 will, 1 out of every 4 times they'll make an error when an error check comes up. Well, let's get the game on the way here. As Edison Velquez is going to be facing off against Billy Hamilton. 4 home runs, 28 RBIs, 57 stolen bases, 226 average. Can't not let him get on because he will steal. All right, and the crowd settles in their seats. And beautiful day for baseball here. Kauffman Stadium. The windup and the pitch. No strikeout. 35. That's going to be a ground ball hit to Infante. 1 away. Marlon Byrd, 23 home runs, 73 RBIs, 2 stolen bases, 247 average. He's your left fielder. And Velquez with the windup in the pitch. It's a blank. 42. That's going to be a single in there. Todd Frazier, 35 home runs, 89 RBIs, 13 stolen bases, 255. Todd Frazier. And swing and a miss. Jay Bruce, 26 home runs, 87 RBIs, 9 stolen bases, 226 average. Jay Bruce, 2 away here, top of 5. And a strikeout, and a good, let me tell you what a good inning that was, because there's been so many teams that jump out to an early lead. So that was a good inning for Velquez. Johnny Cueto, 11-13, 344, 212 innings pitched, 194 hits, 176 strikeouts, and 45 walks. Again, he'll be facing off against Escobar, Moustakas, Kane, Hosmer, Morales, Gordon, Reyes, Perez, and Infante. Let's look at Cincinnati's defense. Byrd in left field, average. Hamilton in center, above average. Bruce in right, above average. Frazier's average. Kozar's above average. Phillips above average. Hosmer at first is average. Cueto's above average. And Pena is below average. So again, 27 is average. We have 11, 18, 22, 25, 29, 30, 31. 31, so 4 above average in range. So Cincinnati can get to the ball. Error ratings, outfield is excellent, 0-0-2. The interior is excellent as well, except for Frazier. His 10, he's kind of the weak link, and pitchers none. So they're not going to make a lot of errors. Very low chance, except for Frazier. Ball hit to third baseman. Hey, how you doing? Gazza Dude. How you doing? Nice of you to join us today here. Sorry, I wasn't checking the chat line. I was looking at all the stats here for us. How's everything going? All right, well, let's get bottom of the first inning underway. Cincinnati, Johnny Cueto up against Escobar. We didn't look at Escobar's stats there. Gaz, I'm fine, thank you. Thanks for joining us here. We got 3 home runs, 47 RBIs, 17 stolen bases, and 257 average. And away we go here, 42. Escobar gets his bat on the ball. 34. And against the righty, that's going to be a ground ball back to the pitcher. 1 away. Mike Moustakas here. 22 home runs, 82 RBIs, a stolen base, 284. A wind up in the pitch. 63. That's an error possibility. 63. That's going to hit to center field. And Hamilton, he doesn't make any errors, so that will be an out. 2 away for Alonzo Kane. 16 home runs, 72 RBIs, 307 average. Excuse me. 42, another blank. That's twice we rolled that spot so far. And 22, that's going to be a ground ball. Hit to Kozar. That's a 1-2-3 inning. And both pitchers off to a good start here. Brandon Phillips, 12 home runs, 70 RBIs, 23 strikeouts, 294 average. Brandon Phillips. The windup at the pitch. We have an error possibility. And that's going to be hit to center field. 16 is going to be a flyout. And it is an error as Kane can't loses it in the sun. It's a 2-base error. So Kane doesn't make many errors. But in this case he does. Let's Brandon Phillips get on with nobody out. Let's see if that comes back to bite him here. Brian Pena. No home runs, 18 RBIs, 2 stolen bases, and 273 average. No strategy on the play. Here we go. The windup in the pitch. Error possibility again. 46. This one's going to be hit to Infante. No error on the play. Ball hit to second. Runner is going to advance, but out at first. 1 away as Brandon Phillips makes his way over to third. Kozar, shortstop. 9 home runs, 28 RBIs, 258 average. Kozar, he gets a blank. And it's going to fly out to center field. Is it deep enough? Is it deep enough? Brandon Phillips is going to score. It's just deep enough. And Cincinnati takes a 1-0 lead against the World Series champion from 2015. Skip Schumacher, 2 away. Got that all-important first run. Another error check here. And center field once again. And second error on Kane in in this inning. Second error on Kane in the second 2-base error. Wow. Cueto's up 2 out away. He's gonna have to swing at it. 51. No strikeout. Cueto, not a bad hitter, I guess. Let's see. 162. That's not too bad. Only 1 run. No RBIs, no home runs. 56. He's got himself a single. And that's going to score Skip Schumacher. Wait a minute. 5. Yep, okay. He's going to score Schumacher there from second. And Johnny Cueto gets an RBI. And Cincinnati goes up 2-0. Still 2 away here in the top of the second inning. No strikeout for Hamilton, who was 0 for 1 today. 34, ground ball back to the pitcher. And he actually gave up no earned runs there, as both of them were because of errors. Wow, it's 2-0. Let's see if Kansas City can get on track now against Cueto. Eric Hosmer, 18 home runs, 93 RBIs, 7 stolen bases, 297 average. The windup of the pitch, 62. And a swing, 44. Ground ball hit to Kozar. 1 away. Kendrys Morales, 22 home runs, 106 RBIs, 290 average. The DH today, 34. No strikeout for Morales. And he hits a ground ball to Phillips for the second out. Alex Gordon here. Alex, 13 home runs, 48 RBIs, 2 stolen bases, 271 average. All right, Cueto with the windup in the pitch. That is going to be a fly ball to left field. Another 1-2-3 inning, and Kansas City has failed to get a hit yet in the game. Top of 3, Marlon Byrd, 1 for 1. 21 and no strikeout. 1-3. That is going to be an 18, a fly ball to center field. Kane doesn't drop this one, so good play there. Todd Frazier, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. That's a blank against the righty. 25. That's a fly ball to left field. Jay Bruce 0 for 1 with a strikeout. 24 and no strikeout again. 33, and that's going to be a little ground ball. A little nubber down to Infante, over to Hosmer, ends the inning. So cruising right along, bottom of 3, Alex Reyes, 4 home runs, 32 RBIs, 9 stolen bases, 255 average. 55, it's a blank. 1-4, that's being a ground ball to Kozar, picks it up, swings it over to Hosmer, 1 away. Salvador Perez, 21 home runs, 70 RBIs, 1 stolen base, 260 average. And 1-5, and it is a hit by pitch. So Perez takes one off the shoulder, and it looks like they're going to try and sacrifice to get him over. Omar Infante, we haven't looked at his stats yet, but 2 home runs, 44 RBIs, 2 stolen bases, 220 average. So Omar, pretty good bunter. 56. Great bunt. Everyone's safe with the single. So a great bunt by Infante. And just like that, first and second with 1 away. We're back to the top of the lineup. Escobar 0 for 1. 52 against the righty is blank. 22 is going to be a pop-up. Way up, way up. Kozar gets under it, makes the catch. 2-way. Moustakas 0 for 1. And 3-2 pitch comes in. It's going back. Bruce on the warning path, makes the catch, ends the inning. So Kansas City had something going there in the bottom of the third, but couldn't get anything across. Brandon Phillips 0 for 1, scored a run. No strikeout. 34 is going to be a single for Phillips, and he's going to try and steal. And he steals second base there, just like that. Nobody out. Brandon Phillips sitting on second base. Brian Pena 0 for 1. Against the switch hitter, that's going to be a fly ball into center field. And no advance. Top of 4, 1 away. Zach Kozar, 0 for 0 with an RBI. So he must have gone on with a hit by pitch or an error. Might have been an error. 31 is a blank. Probably an error. 26, ground ball to short. Escobar. And runners advance, the balls hit to shortstop. If the yep, so he'll advance to third. 2-way. Brandon Phillips to third. Skip Schumacher 0 for 1 with scored a run. DH in today 1-5. It's a blank. That's a 42. Pops it up to first. Hosmer in foul territory. Makes the catch. Ends the inning. Brandon Phillips getting all the way to third, but they can't get him across. Lorenzo Kane 0 for 1 today. Cueto with the pitch. Low and outside. Finally gets one he likes. And fly ball. It's going deep. It's going deep into right field. Bruce on his horse. It falls in. Rolling down the line all the way to the warning track. Round second, Kane goes and into third. Standing up with the leadoff triple. Alonzo Kane. That's only their second hit. So man on third, nobody out. Johnny Cueto gives up the triple. Start the bottom of the fourth inning. Hosmer 0 for 1 today. Actually, too late. Can't go back. This is going to go against the lefty, so fortunately, 1-2. It's going to be a ground ball hit to Kozar. Is the runner going to try and score? I'm going to say yes, because he's got. Will the defense auto try at first? Will you take the auto run out? Or do you try and get him out at the plate? He's got a base running at 6. I don't think you can even get him. You need to roll a 6. We'll take the auto out. Yes. There's no way they're going to catch him. No way. So run's going to score. Trading out for a run, and Kansas City's on the board. Tendrick Morales 0 for 1, 65, and strikes out. Alex Gordon 0 for 1, the left fielder, steps in, and he's down on strikes. That ends the inning. A little damage done there. Cut into Cincinnati's lead 2-1 now. Top of 5, Johnny Cueto. They're going to go ahead and pitch him. Range play at the ballpark. And the range is going to be a single. He does not make the catch. And Johnny Cueto is 2 for 2 at the plate today. Wow. Billy Hamilton 0 for 2. 1-2. Let's see if we can get his bat on it. 55 fly ball into right field for the out. Marlon Byrd 1 for 2. 34 ballpark. Kauffman Stadium 52 ground ball hit down the line to Hosmer. Hosmer over to Escobar, back to Hosmer. That's a 3-6-3 double play. Ends the inning. And they take away Cueto's hit. All right, well, bottom of 5, 2-1 Cincinnati. Reyes 0 for 1 today. 66. 33. It's going to be a ground ball to Kozar. Ooh, just missed the error. No error on Kozar. One away. Perez. Hit by pitch, I believe, his first time up. No walk. And a fly ball to center field. Omar Infante, second baseman. And no strikeout. 23. That's going to be a fly ball into right field. 1-2-3 inning. Cueto having a good outing here. Volquez comes back out. They'll be facing the 3, 4, and 5 hitters. Frazier, Bruce, and Phillips. 0 for 2 is Frazier. And he singles. Singles into center field. Drops in. Kane can't make the catch. No strategy. Jay Bruce is up. 0 for 2 with the strikeout. Ballpark, Kauffman Stadium. 21 pops it up behind the plate. Perez makes the catch. 1 out. Brandon Phillips 1 for 2. Scores a run. Gets all the way to third and gets stopped at third last time he was on the base. Another error possibility. That's going to be a single. Escobar, no error. First and second, though, 1 away. Brian Pena, 0 for 2, the catcher. Ooh, no wild pitch. It's a redo. 43, a range play at the ballpark. Well, this will be interesting. 26, that's going to fall in for a single, but no. Reyes takes away the single. But the runners are going to advance on the play. Deep enough for Reyes to catch it, but can't get it in before the runners tag up. So two-way, second and third. Kozar 0 for 1. They'll face Kozar, see if they can get that all-important third out here. 1-3 against the righty is a blank. And that one's going to be a good ground ball to Escobar. Escobar down the line is Kozar and out at first. Close play, but out. So Cincinnati threatens again in the top half of the 6th. We're going to the bottom of 6. 2-1 Cincinnati. Johnny Cueto's having a good game here. Only giving up 2 hits. One of them happened to be a triple. The other one happened to be a bunt single. So not your typical ways to get on. Escobar 0 for 2 today. Range play for Cincinnati. 43. That ball is going to be over. It's going to be over Frazier's head unless he can make a great play. No, he can't. It falls in for a single just off the end of his glove. They're going to try a pickoff attempt here. Pick him off. 5. That is a pickoff. Escobar gets picked off at first base for the pickoff. Wow. And Cueto's having the game of his life. He's 2 for 2 at the plate. He's now picked off a runner. And he's only allowed 2 hits to a very good offensive team. Mike Moustakas 0 for 2 today. 24, and he strikes him out. And that's his 3rd strikeout. 1 for 2, Kane with a triple. 32, another range play. 46, 17 against the left fielder, but he can't make the play, and it falls in for a single. A little blooper off the end of the bat comes in. He's going to try and steal. He does. Stolen base. Stolen base for Kane. RBI opportunity for Eric Hosmer. 0 for 2. RBI. 2-4. And strikes out to end the inning. Cincinnati. The what seed? I keep forgetting. I'm going to have to try to remember to check that once in a while. What seed were they? They are the they're in the top bracket here. 29 seed. That's right. The 29 versus 4 seed. And after 6 complete, we have a 2-1 ball game. Let's see. Skip Schumacher 0 for 2 with a run. And it's a blank. 53. That's going to be a double. A double, and Schumacher's on there. Cueto's 2 for 2 today with an RBI. And Volca is next person aboard. That'll be the end. 1-1. He flies out to right field. 1-1 is a walk. And Johnny Cueto, 2 for 2 and a walk on the day. Billy Hamilton 0 for 3. That with that walk, that pulls Edison Volquez out of the game. So let's see. Cincinnati has a switchy and the two righties coming up. So Calvin Herrera is coming in. Calvin Herrera comes in. Let's take a look at his stat line there. So 4 and 3 with a 2.71 ERA, pitched 69 and 2/3 innings. He had 52 hits, 64 strikeouts, and 25 walks. Let's see how he can do against Billy Hamilton 0 for 3 today. 26 range play. 1-5. It's a ground ball hit to short. Escobar with a 4 range makes the play. It is not a ground ball double play. He makes it to third. He's forced out at second. Cueto is forced out at second, and then fielder's choice. So first and third went out. Marlon Byrd 1 for 3 today. 25. Struck him out. Big strikeout there. First and third, 2 away. 1 for 3. Todd Frazier with a strikeout. 34. Another error check. Error check coming up. 45. 45 is a ground ball to Escobar. No error on Escobar. And they get out of the inning once again. And Kansas City's hanging on by a shoelace here. And Cincinnati just doesn't have the firepower to compete, but they're putting up a scrappy little fight right now. Cincinnati putting up a scrappy fight. Bottom of 7. Cueto still got at least another inning in him. Morales 0 for 2. 0 for 2 with a strikeout. 34. Ground ball hit to Kozar. Kozar over to Hosmer. 1 away. Alex Gordon 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Left fielder 62 and a strikeout. That's number 5 on the day for Cueto. Alex Reyes 0 for 2. The right fielder stands in. And we got a ballpark check this time. 24. That's going to be a single into right field. Single into right. Cueto looking at the signs. The windup in the pitch. And as he does it, Alex Reyes takes off. And stolen base. Stolen base for Alex Reyes. Now man in scoring position. Salvatore Perez, 2 away, bottom of 7. 43. It's a blank against the righty. 1-6. Ground ball. Hit right at Frazier. Frazier backhand over to first. Ends the inning. Once again, Cincinnati. Scrappy gets out of the inning. We're top of 8. They need to extend their lead. Kansas City really going to be putting the pressure on in these last 2 innings. So Jay Bruce 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Calvin Herrera lined up in the pitch, 2-5, and strikes out Jay Bruce. Brandon Phillips 2 for 3 and a run. 1-6 against the righties, a blank. And a 5-4. That's going to be hit into our left field for the out. And Brian Pena 0 for 3 today. 24 and no strikeouts. 62. It's going to be fly ball to center field. Kane gets under it and makes the catch. Bottom of 8, Johnny Cueto against Omar Infante. 1 for 2 today. 26. Range play at the ballpark. 34. That's going to be hit to Frazier. Makes a nice play there as it tries to get in the hole between Frazier and Kozar. 1 out. Jonathan Cueto is now officially tired, so next runner will knock him out of the game. Escobar, 1 for 3. 1-1. 5 is a 1-11, so that's going to be an automatic Ground ball, Kozar to Hosmer. Oh, and he's got to be removed from the game because they got a parentheses result. So Jonathan Cueto, I would have loved to keep him in there for you guys, but let's see, got a lefty, a righty, and a lefty. So we're gonna have to bring in. Ooh, we don't want to bring in the closer. Well, let's see how many outs. There's 2 outs in the 8th. Lefty, righty, lefty, switchy, lefty. Yeah, now's the time to bring him in. Cincinnati, the left-hander, the 105-mile-an-hour guy, Orlandros Chapman. Let's check out his stat line here. 4-4, 33 saves, 1.63 ERA, 66 innings pitched, 43 hits, 116 strikeouts, 32 walks. Let's see if Orlandros Chapman can take Kansas City out. 2 outs, bottom of 8. Mike Moustakas 0 for 3 with a strikeout. 0 for 3 with a strikeout. 2-6. Uh-oh. 19 does not, against lefties, he gives up no home runs against lefties. None. So it wouldn't have been a home run, but still. 42, he gives up a single. Single over Frazier's head down the line. All right, Alonzo Kane, center fielder, 2 for 3 with a triple, scored a run. 34, 3-4. And even with the plus, it's not a strikeout. Alonzo Kane, 52, pops him up, ends the inning, pops him up to second, Brandon Phillips, and we're in the top of the 9th inning here. And Herrera's going to stay in. Herrera's going to stay in and face Zach Kozar, 55. It's a blank. Zach Kozar, 52. Ground ball to Infante, backhand over to Hosmer, flips it over, and all right, so we got 2 lefties coming up. So Herrera's going to come out. And Franklin Morales is going to come in. Franklin, the lefty, facing off against Skip Schumacher. 1 for 3 with a double and a run. And strikes him out. What do you do in this case? I think you you just have to let him hit because he's got to try and save the game here. 3 swings, Chapman goes down. Do you put it all on Chapman? You gotta see if he can get 3 more outs for you. Hosmer 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Let's see if Chapman can hold Cincinnati. Let's see if he can get Cincinnati in and advance in the tournament here. The 29 seed against the 4 seed. Let's see, can they hold on to the bottom of the 9th inning? They got the 4, 5, and 6 hitters, Hosmer, Morales, and Gordon. Eric Hosmer, against lefties, didn't hit that many home runs, but he just needs to get a base hit. Just get on. Yeah, he's almost a 300 hitter. We got to leave him in there. Chapman guns it into the plate. Here it comes. Wham! And he walked him. Oh, he walked him, but he's also going to try and pick him off. No pickoff. So no pickoff. Morales 0 for 3. 290 hitter. You got to keep him in. Let's see if Chapman's a little wild here. 1-3. And that's going to be a single. No, it's not going to be a single. Good thing I double checked. 14 is not fall in the range. 66. Fly ball into right field. Fly ball into right. 1 away. Alex Gordon. 271. 13 home runs. 48 RBIs. You got to leave him in there. Not going to take him out. I mean, the only disadvantage is the lefty-lefty matchup, but he hits more home runs against lefties than he does righties. Oh, we got a steal attempt here. Steal attempt by Eric Hosmer. And it's a 1. No, I'm sorry. The roll is a 2. Runner safe check catcher for error. And that is, oh my gosh. That's going to be a stolen base. Stolen base. And then throwing error on Pena, who only has a 1. It's a 1. And just like that, with 1 out, we get Eric Hosmer all the way to third base. All right. So how do you play this one? You got to play it in, right? You got to play it in. Your range is going to go down. You just can't get a range play. You just got to hope that maybe you can gun him down at the plate here. Well, this is turning into a nail biter here. Nail biter. Chapman. He's 2 outs away from sending Cincinnati on. Alex Gordon 0 for 3 today. The windup and the pitch. Here it comes. 24. Error possibility. 35 against the lefty. That's going to be a single back to Chapman. Chapman doesn't make any errors. No error. And the run scores, and we got a tie ball game as Chapman gives up a little dinkler over roller back to him. And before he can grab it, run scores, and we got a tie ball game. But it's not over yet. Shoot. I didn't see what the number was on that dice, because if it was, it could have, no, because it was a hit. It wouldn't have taken away a hit. You can't take away a hit. So, all right. Well, Chapman with the blown save here for Cincinnati. All right, 1 for 3. It's not over yet. Alex Reyes, 1 for 3 today. 4-3 against the righty. So on a 1-7, 51. Ground ball, Phillips. He will advance. No double play. So two-way, man on second. Perez 0 for 2. 54. Error possibility again. Error on a throw. 66. Ground ball. That is going to be Phillips again. No error, and we're going into extra innings here. Was it an error? Was there an error? Bottom of ninth, walk, fly to right, stole second. Oh yeah, throwing error by Pena. So he went to third on the play. There was an infield single to the pitcher, and he scored. So yeah, we're gonna give him an unearned run there. All right, well, our first game of the tournament, and we've gone into extra innings. First game of the tournament in extras here. And Kansas City has new life here. Morales against Billy Hamilton. 34, walks him. And of course, he's going to steal. And he's in there, stolen base. So, just like that, Cincinnati has man on second base with nobody out. Marlon Byrd, can he get him over to third here with 3-4? No walk. 35. And against the lefty, that's going to be a double. That's going to score a run. And that's it for Morales. That's it for Morales. They're going to bring in the righty, Wade Davis. Brings in the righty. And Cincinnati comes right back, scores a run here in the top of the 10th. Wade Davis, let's check out his stat line. 8-1, 17 saves, 0.94 ERA, 67 and a third innings pitched, 33 hits. 78 strikeouts, 19 walks. Nobody out. Still a man on third. Todd Frazier. Todd Frazier's up. Here's the pitch. Todd Frazier swings and misses. Jay Bruce 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. Cincinnati could use a big hit from him. The right fielder. No wait, it's a 5-2. Sorry, clicked the wrong spot. Not that it makes much difference because it's the same thing. But he ended up striking out. Brandon Phillips 2 for 4 with a run. 2 for 4 with a run. 32 against the righties. Nothing. 23 against the righty. That's going to be a double for Brandon Phillips. Another run's going to score for Cincinnati. Wade Davis gives up the double. 4-2 Cincinnati. Pena, 2 outs, who erred on the throw a few innings ago. 2-5 against, well, he'd be batting lefty, so 1-5. Ground ball. Hit down the line. Moustakis makes the play. And do you keep Chapman in? I think you do. Keep Chapman in and see if he can go. See if he can get these last 3. See if he can get these last 3 again. Second chance at it, but he's got no. So I mean, any one of these will cause him to be knocked out. So we'll see. 1-4. It's a blank against Infantes. 1 for 3. 63. And that's a fly ball. It's going back. Hamilton races back to the track and makes a good catch. 1 out. Escobar 1 for 4. Escobar 1 for 4. You're going to leave your number 1 hitter in. 1-3. And that's it for Chapman. That'll be it for him. And that is a single. He's given up a single, and that's it. Yep. So Chapman's out. They have a lefty, a righty, and a lefty. So they're going to bring in Manny Pera, the lefty. Manny Pera comes in and replaces Chapman here in the top of the bottom of the 10th inning. 1 away. Man on first. Man on first is going to try and steal. And he's stolen base. So Escobar makes it to second. Manny Pera looked at his, I believe, but just in case, there's his stat line. Moustakis 1 for 4 with a strikeout. 4-3. That's a blank. Mike Moustakis 4-6, and he singles and scores as Escobar. As 4-3, still only 1 out here. Kane, the righty, Alonzo Kane, 2 for 4. And is that going to be it for Pera? I think that is. Against lefties, Kane does a lot better with more home runs, less strikeouts, less walks, but more home runs. So I think that's it. Manny Pera's day is done already. They're going to bring in J.J. Hoover, the righty, to face Alonzo Kane. 2 for 4, a triple, scored a run, done everything for Kansas City here to get their offense rolling. Let's see what he can do this time. J.J. Hoover, we didn't look at his stats. 8-2 with a save, 294, 64 and a third, 44 hits, 52 strikeouts, 30 walks. It's a 6-2. That's going to be a fly ball into right field. Jay Bruce gets under it, makes the catch. That's 2-way here, bottom of 10th. It's down to Eric Hosmer, 0 for 3 with a walk, a strikeout, a run, and an RBI. You can't pull Hosmer, can you? A 300 hitter with 18 home runs could win the game with the home run. Doesn't hit much against lefties. Do you bring in a lefty, though? Oof. Do you bring in a lefty? Tony Cingrani. Looks like the only lefty left in the pen. They're going to do it. They're going to bring in the lefty, Tony Cingrani. Let's take a look at 0-3 with the 567, 33 and a third, 31 hits, 39 strikeouts, 22 walks, but he's got to face the lefty. Try and keep these power numbers down for Eric Hosmer, who could win the game with the home run. Tony Cingrani versus Eric Hosmer. Bottom of 9, 2 outs. Bottom of 10th, 2 outs. 4-3 Cincinnati. 4-3 Cincinnati. The number 29 seed trying to upset the number 4 seed. It's a 6-1. 6-1, and Tony Cingrani comes in and strikes out Eric Hosmer on a 3-2 pitch. Close, but ump calls him out, and that's it. The number 29 seed Cincinnati Reds come into Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri, and defeats the number 4 seed Kansas City Royals, who, of course, would go on to win the World Series in the 2015 season. But both, not one, but both of our World Series champions, our World Series participants, have been knocked out of the tournament in a one-and-done situation. Kansas City falls 4-3 to Cincinnati in extra innings, and the New York Mets fell to the Colorado Rockies 2-0 in their first-round matchup. So we were not going to have a repeat of the World Series in this tournament. Not going to happen. Let's take a look at the stat line here. Not going to happen in this tournament. Billy Hamilton 0 for 4, scored a run, walked, stole a base. Marlon Byrd 2 hit out of 5, scored a run, RBI, had a double, strikeout, and hit in. Or I'm not sure if that's hit into a double play or must be hit into a double play, I think is what it was. 1 for 5, Frazier, 2 strikeouts. 3 for 5, Phillips with a run, an RBI, a double, and a stolen base. 0 for 5 for Pena, but he's in there for catching, though he did make an error. I thought he made an error. No, it wasn't. Yeah, yes, it was. It was him that made the error. 0 for 3 was Kozar with an RBI and a sacrifice fly. 1 for 4 was Schumacher with a run and a double and a strikeout. Cueto, holy cow, Cueto 2 for 2 with an RBI and a walk. And Chapman 0 for 1 and a blown save. So obviously, player of the game, Jonathan Cueto, 2 hits, 2 for 2 and a walk at the plate. He doesn't get the win, but 7 2/3, only 5 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 5 strikeouts, and hit one batter. Taking the loss and going home, the Kansas City Royals, 2 for 5, Escobar scored a run, stole a base. 2 for 5, Mistakis, RBI and a strikeout. 2 for 5, Kane with a run, a triple, and a stolen base. 0 for 4 was Hosmer with a run, an RBI, a walk, 2 strikeouts, and a stolen base. Morales 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Gordon 1 for 4, had an RBI and 2 strikeouts. 1 for 4 was Reyes with a strikeout. Stolen base. Perez 0 for 3 and was hit by a pitch. And Infante 1 for 4. 9 total hits for Kansas City. 1 triple, no home runs, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. For Cincinnati, it was 9 hits, 3 doubles, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts, 2 stolen bases. So there you go. The number 4 seed, the number 4 seed, Kansas City. Oh, let's bring this up a little bit. Nope, not that high. It's Kansas City here. The number 4 seed goes down in 10 innings. What was it? 4-3, right? Yeah, 4-3 in 10. So we can mark this on game played. Kansas City 3, Cincinnati 4 in 10 innings. And the Cincinnati Reds, the 29 seed of the tournament, the second to bottom team in the tournament, is still alive as they defeat the World Series participant Kansas City Royals, their .586 winning percentage, and they will move on to face the winner of the Minnesota-Seattle game. Minnesota and Seattle, the 13-20 seeds. If you look, our next game coming up is going to be the Cubs, the number 3 seed, and their .599 average, against the Philadelphia Phillies, the bottom seed, the 30 and bottomest seed you can get, .389 average winning percentage, against the Chicago Cubs. So as we saw the 4 seed go down, can the number 30 team defeat the 3 seed? Wow, we're going to have to find out the next time we go live with this MLB 2015 1-and-done tournament, and what a tournament it's turned into. Bracket busters everywhere, and as you just saw, the number 4 seed Kansas City Royals go down to Cincinnati at home 4-3 in extra innings, our first extra inning game, and what a game it was. Whew. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to check out all of our other videos of this series. Be sure to come by our Twitch channel. We do live streams. Be sure to like and subscribe. And we will see you guys next time. And it's been quite an exciting day so far, as we had game number 1. Had the, let's see, what was it? Game number 1 earlier today had the San Diego Padres losing to the Houston Astros 5-2. And now we have the second game of the day. We have Kansas City losing to Cincinnati. 29 seed moves on and will face the winner of the Minnesota Twins and Seattle Mariners 13-20 matchup. All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for watching, and appreciate it. Leave your thoughts, comments, suggestions below. Hopefully you can join us for more live stream action. Sounds great. Thanks so much. We'll see you guys next time.